Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another CIRF report, October 6th, 2018. I'm Chris McCleary. We're looking for the biggest influence that might be affecting the way you think, feel, and behave. And then we'll tell you how to surf that energy. CIRF being CIRF. How about some astrology first to start off with? We have two planets going into different signs, and that's Uranus retreating back into Aries. Uranus is in retrograde, and Aries very ego and go, go, go. It's energy, it's fire. Me, me, me. And then Moon is moving forward into Scorpio, and Scorpio, the deep, emotional, exaggerated waters of drama and passion. I wouldn't get too bent out of shape about these, what I just talked about, these going into different signs. And the reason why is because in my mind, in strict astrology, in some forms of astrology, that line is mathematically calculated. And in fact, the tropical is mathematically calculated. But in reality, if you look up in the sky, it's kind of a hazy mess in between these two signs. So it's not really, in my mind, there's not really a clear line between the two. But I would be very concerned about this opposition. We just had this recently. Well, we do have it every once in a while. But this is an opposition that should not be ignored because there's a lot of disruptions, a lot of drama, and lo and behold, Moon going into Scorpio exaggerates that emotional reaction. So, and let's look at the number 6. We have this nurturing continuum. What do I mean by that? Well, on the one hand, we tend to be a little bit more nurturing and understanding. But on the continuum side of things, if you get too saturated in this, then you start getting pandering and criticizing. And so it's more of a continuum, 6 is, and it's how you use that energy rather than an absolute. Then let's see, well, I think that's it for that, and we need to go into the DreamBot, and if I can hit the right buttons. We're not seeing the actual word vote or ballot in the run, but there is a lot, in my mind, of voting kind of meme. So race, there's a race to the end. Greed is a different type of collective agreement by voting. Called, tax, help, leading, wrote, suggested, got, year, number. It is focused on numbers, and sometimes we like to look at these little events and see whether or not the collective is seeing any sort of winner in this, and I don't really see much of that per se. The other meme that is present is extremes and absolutes, and we talked about that in the Scorpio. So thinking about Scorpio, whale, first of all, whale swims in water and it's huge, and it's something that Scorpio might do by exaggerating or being passionate about something. Believed, complex, completely, absolutely. So extremes and absolutes, and that is very appropriate for Scorpio. Now I'm going to forego the surf, how to surf it, because in general we want to get back to the basics, which is voting. Today is a day to exercise your right of decision, and instead of going out and screaming at people and shooting guns and stuff like that, you get to use your pen. And now, is it rigged? That's beside the point. I tend to think that it probably is, that the vote just goes into nothingness, and then the winner that they want to win anyway wins, but that still doesn't take away the responsibility to exercise what the founding fathers had designed in our country. But a moon opposed Uranus is guaranteed to shake things up. So that's what we're going to see. We're going to see a changing of the guards. We're going to see a lot of change. We're going to see a lot of emotional chaos. So really the CIRF is two kinds of things today. One, go out and vote. Two, run for the hills to avoid the emotional chaos. No, I don't think that you're going to be too criticized for isolating today. I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm getting. But as long as it's not as an unhealthy escape, I think we do need our alone time every once in a while. Even extroverts have been shown to be more effective in their dealings with other relationships if they get their proper amount of alone time. I think today could be one of those days if you're afforded that, as long as you go out and vote. And I think that's it. We'll end it there. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks.